Hello everyone and welcome to the Blackboard's Grade Center automated calculation setup, the total column option. In this video, we will cover the following topics: gather the required information needed to create the Grade Center setup, creating and setting up the total column, using the column organization tool to verify each column possible points. So the first thing that we need to do is look at our syllabus to get our grade dissemination graph. Here you can see that I'm using the sample of attendance/participation is 15 points, projects to altogether are worth 40 points, midterms are worth 15 points, and the final exam is 30 points. Keeping this in mind, we will now go to Blackboard to see how we can apply this to the Blackboard Grade Center calculation. Now that we are in Blackboard, you will notice that by default there is always a total column created for every single new class in Blackboard. For the sake of this tutorial, we will disregard this total column and create our own. To do so, we will mouse over the Create Calculated Column button, click on the total column. Of course, we will name this Course Average, or I'm sorry, Course Total. We will use the primary display as Score, and then scroll down. It is highly recommended that you use the Select Columns and Category option instead of All Grade Center, as there might be additional grades that you have not used or older grade that if you're using an older course will transfer over and possibly skew your grades, your final calculation. So selecting a specific column and or category to use is the best. In this case, we will select the attendance and participation. Here you can see that we have two projects, the midterm and the final exam. Notice that I have to have two projects ready, and this system is not very flexible in terms of making rapid changes. So if I want to add an additional project, I have to create that project, rewritten the point possible for each of the grade in order for it to come out to be 100. Okay? So once I've done that, I will have to choose the option of whether using running total or not. The running total is basically an option for the student to view their grade, but the running total only shows the student the grade that they have submitted. It does not account for grades that the student haven't submitted. In the total calculation column, it really does not have a major effect as much if you use a weighted total or an average. Okay. Go ahead and leave it as a yes for the running total and scroll down and click on submit. Here you will see that the new course total column has been created toward the end of the grade center. And now let's enter our grade. So remember that the attendance and participation is 15 points. The projects together are worth 40 points, and now as I have two, I have to manually divide them into 20 points. I cannot enter 40 point as I would have because it would skew the grades. So I have to make the correction. The midterm is worth another 15 points, and the final exam is worth 30 points. As such, I will go ahead and enter those values. And as you can see, it will add up to the 100 total point. And as you can see, also the default column also add up to the 100 desired 100 point. However, as I mentioned before, the course total only account for these columns. So let me demonstrate that by going into Manage Column Organization. I already have a column already created and I've hidden it. So I will unhide it by selecting the Show Columns, Selected Columns option. Okay. Here you will notice while we're in the column organization, you will notice that not all of the point possible is matching. Okay. This point possible will show the student what they made out of the possible point. So to clarify for the student, I would highly recommend you go back and edit these individual column and make sure that they are in the right grade percentage. So let me go ahead and click submit. Okay. With the test manual column that I've created, I will now enter the grade of just 10 points. You will notice the total was updated to 110 points, whereas the course total have not, because it only accommodate the column that we have set it for it to accommodate. Okay. So with that, we will need to now change all of these columns, the projects to the midterm to final, to match the point possible to avoid any confusion for the student, and then we will be completed with our grade center setup. Once again, thank you very much for your time, and I will hope to see you soon.